but I gotta get the story together. Here we go. Okay. All right. You ready?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. So, yeah, you was asking about the story, like the Kingville, all right? The old schoolhouse, right?
Mm-hmm.
So right now, you know, me, Legend, Kill, whatever you want to call, you know what I mean? It feels just like Dreads, whatever you want to call them, depending on where you met me. But we're out here right now for the legacy cleanup, right? This right here was this old schoolhouse camping grounds. So we're gonna break this up. I'm gonna do this in like 2 minutes. We'll break this up in segments. You feel me? So listen, let me show you something, fam. All right, so what happened was, like, Albemarle started booming from like 1893 to 1923, right? We went from like 200 to 10,000 people. Ironically, after slavery, right? So what happened was this guy by the name of Dr. Ogden King, right? Ogden King was a doctor. He was originally from North Carolina. He moved to New York, came back to Albemarle and met Elizabeth Hearn, right? He married her, and once he married her, he inherited some of their land, right? So he started selling some of that land to black people for, you know what I'm saying, for a nominal cost, for the low. So like, for example, he said like William Wall, most all Kingville, right? It was five dudes, right? I'm gonna call them the Fab Five for lack of a better phrase, right? So these five dudes, Henry Brooks, and was the Wall brothers, right? Richard Wall and Joe Wall Jr., Sandy Burns, Sandy Tyson, and they bought this land to form the Stanley County Colored Normal and Collegiate Institute, right? What's going on, fam? We having to clean up. Come on and join us. We just gonna clean up the school grounds.
It's all
whatever.
good.
It's all good. It's all good. We just looking to preserve it and clean up. You know what I mean? Come back through when you want to. All right, fam.
All right.
Cool. Yeah. So you still going?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. So what happened was the Fab Five, those five dudes, they bought the land in like 1907. Here's the deed, right? Right. So they bought it for like $200, right? On January 30th, 1907. So you see Richard Wall, Sandy Tyson, Sandy Burns, Henry Brooks, Joe Wall Jr., right, the Stanley County Colored Normal and Collegiate Institute. So they bought the land from J.M. Morrow. So this part right here is Lundex, all the way up to PD. That was Morrow Heights. You feel me? So J.M. Morrow, he owned all the land. And so this right here, like 2.25 acres. And they built an old schoolhouse, a teacherage, and an industrial school. You feel me? If you walk through them woods right there, you can almost see it. It was the industrial building, right? Let me show you real quick. So this is more than just a cleanup. We're looking to preserve sacred ground. You feel me? So the Fab Five, they bought the land in 1907, but for some reason, from 1907 to 1921, there were no more documents or nothing else about black education in Albemarle. They got the land for the school, but nothing happened for like 20 years, right? Where nothing is documented that happened, right? So if you look right here, this was the industrial building. You feel me? So it was a 2-room industrial building where they taught them vocational skills like agriculture and farming, stuff like that. Basically, home ec, those skills, those innate skills that you need that we call trades today. Stuff that you can carry on from generation to generation.
Right.
You know what I mean? This is what they taught the kids once they graduated from the school. The seniors could come here and learn trades. And they got so overcrowded at one time that they also used to teach in the teacherage, right? Where we just came from, right? So keep going. So when I first started, I thought that was the old schoolhouse, right? Because people call it the old schoolhouse.
Right.
When really the schoolhouse is actually on this side.
Oh, wow.
So all this right here, all this land right here was actually what the schoolhouse was built on.
Oh, wow.
You feel me? So that's what we're going back and forth with the state with right now, proving that. As far as documentation, we got the deed to show the land was built.
Right.
We got a newspaper article that talked about the schoolhouse, that there was 3 buildings on this land, on this 2.25 acres, from Lundex almost to Gibson, right?
Wow.
So the pictures they got is really a shot from Gibson Street versus a shot coming up from Lundex.
Okay.
You feel me?
Okay.
So
that's
yeah.
powerful.
Right. So that's what we're in the process of doing right now. Just because another reason, because if you ask anybody from the neighborhood, they're gonna call it the old schoolhouse. Why? Because students were still taught in the teachers' homes, especially the people that could live and tell about it.
Right.
People that actually went to the old schoolhouse, they would have had to been born like my grandfather. My grandfather, he went to the old schoolhouse, and that's how I started this whole thing.
Right.
My grandfather used to tell me, always tell me about the old schoolhouse, but it wasn't the one on Kingsville, on Wall Street, right, where the gymnasium, E. Waddell Center is.
Right. Right.
Right. So that's why right now we're up for a second submission.
Yo. What up with you?
Because I'll admit that I had it wrong the first time. Because the first time I submitted, that was the schoolhouse, and they said it's changed so much.
What's going on, man?
Y'all getting started, man. I'm participating.
Appreciate that. Yeah, we about to jump it off. How you? How you? Good to see you, man.
You too, brother.
You gonna look out?
Yeah, man.
Big brother, big homie.
It's
You
all
know what I'm
about
saying?
growth.
Right.
Growth
Some
and
of the boys in the
development,
street
baby.
don't know nothing about that.
Oh man.
Yes, sir.
What made you come out here and help us out, fam?
All about growth.
Growth, right? 100%. So that's what I'm telling fam.
The
Right.
community.
So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
we all I had it when I first submitted it. They said that it doesn't look like the picture they got. So let's go back to the picture.
We gonna jump it off. I got him giving the back hit because he got the whole history of like.
Oh, yeah, I seen that.
And how long I've been out here. I'm like, dang, I only knew it was a school.
So if you look at the pictures, right? All right, so this is schoolhouse, right? So the picture they have is this one, right? Okay. So the first time I submitted it, I said, this is the old schoolhouse. It's a historic site, bam. They say, if you look at the roofs are different. Look at this roof in their picture and look at our roof. So there was like, basically since the roofs are different, then we can't approve it. It's lost its integrity because it doesn't look the same, it's changed.
Right.
So then I went back to the drawing board and I was like, you know what? I found out that it actually bought a teacherage. And you look at this article right here. They had bought a school building, a 5-room school building, a 2-room industrial building, and a 4-room teacherage. Right? How many rooms, how many apartments is this right here?
1, 2, 3, 4.
4. Right? 4. Right? So now I'm telling y'all that's not the schoolhouse. That's where the teachers stayed.
Okay.
Here's an article saying that they had 3 buildings on the lot, right?
Right.
You look, this is Lundex, right? That's Washington Lane, right? And that's Colson Street, right? We're standing right here, right? We stand right. So the training school was actually right here. They basically, after they gave us right here, September 25th, 1925, the first school on which the county received Rosenwald was the Kingville School, granted $1,200 on the school building, $900 on a teacher's cottage, and $700 on an industrial building. The school building had 5 rooms. The teacherage had 4 rooms. An industrial building had 2. How many rooms that got?
2.
2.
Mm-hmm.
And how many rooms that got?
4.
This right here, 1.
The whole building.
Okay.
It's the apartments,
3,
4 apartments,
4, 5,
right?
6, 7, 8. I want to say because that one.
But when you say room, that means 4 teachers stayed there. So that's why 4 different apartments,
Right,
4 different
right.
rooms. That's why it was easy to convert from where the teachers stayed to apartments.
Oh,
You follow
okay,
me?
that makes sense.
Right.
That makes a lot of
So
sense.
teachers stayed in each classroom, basically.
Right.
Like each
Yeah,
student,
a teacher stayed in the 3 in the front, and the principal stayed in the back.
back. Okay.
Oh,
that
wow.
So the principal taught too.
Right, right.
He taught lessons too.
Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah,
And,
that's powerful right there.
And that's
Yeah, that's how I.
so that's this guy right here, right? He was the last principal for the training school that was when he taught from 1931 to 1937, Principal Gore. And then at the same time, he was running Keenville High School from 36 to 1944. But in 1937, when they built Keenville, they moved it from here. So over there, they bought the land from Wall, right?
Mm-hmm.
And built Keenville High School.
That's beside the Waddell, right?
Right.
I
Where the
remember
Waddell,
going there.
Right, and it was the Waddell was where the high schoolers went. The bigger building where the K through 8 went.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But at the end of the day, right here, right. So they moved us from Lundex to Wall Street. You feel me? This the deed. This is the Wall Heights. Right. Right. Exactly. So.
Wow.
Right, so that's where they built Keenville School, right?
That's crazy.
And this right here shows you that in 19... so again, back to the story, right? When I submitted the first time, they said the buildings ain't the same.
Right.
So we can't do it. So I said, well, okay, went back to the drawing board, and I'm like, it's not the same building. So right now, that's up for submission for the teacherage. Somebody destroyed the schoolhouse. Nothing is known. Nobody knows what happened.
I remember pieces of it. You remember
Okay,
walking
so
through
that
it?
used to be really the schoolhouse.
Like
in the
all the
woods.
way. You remember walking through it? It used to be little
There used to be a
evidence.
dirt road through here back in the day.
Yeah,
Path,
I just
right.
remember pieces of property, but it wasn't never. But by the time I remember walking through it, it wasn't the whole property. Like it was, you could tell something was there.
Tell something used to be there.
Yeah. So I do remember that.
Right,
I
so
remember one year, police told somebody one day they couldn't park right there, and they asked why. They said because you're blocking the road. I said the road, but they said yes, there'll be a road through here.
Yeah.
They go through the motorcycle.
It just never got paid,
all
right?
right, so this is where we at right here, right now, right? We on Lundex, right? This is the teachers right here, right? That's the second building right there. Look at that space. This is taken in 1993. That means something used to be there, which is big enough for a school,
Right.
big enough for a building, bigger than this one even.
Right.
You feel me? And this looking from Lundex, right? So this is the picture that they had at first. So then I'm thinking you going up Lundex looking at it, right? Coming from down there, up
coming
here,
up.
coming up, right? And then they said, okay, but look at the roof. I was like, okay, cool. All right, so looking from Lundex. Then I said, what if I flip it? What if I flip the image? Because back in the day, when you take a negative picture, you're gonna get the opposite.
Opposite. It's like looking in the mirror. It's gonna
Right.
be different.
Right.
Okay.
You feel me?
Okay.
You still with me, right?
Right.
So let's flip the picture,
Okay.
right? Let's flip it from, think we look at Lundex, so let's flip it this way. Now,
That's so he come and bring more and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
look,
We out here, we getting it together, y'all.
look, now you're looking at it from Gibson. Now look at it from Gibson Street, right? Flip the picture. Now if you look at it from this way, now you're looking at it from Gibson at Lundex, looking at it this way on Gibson. You feel me? Right? Now you put the schoolhouse right there.
Oh wow. That's it.
okay, got you now.
That's it.
So this right here is this way. Come this way.
Like
Now this is on Gibson on the other side of these woods.
Like walking. Yeah, you right.
Remember when I was
okay.
telling you all that
how
space in the woods?
Yeah.
Oh,
This shit fit perfect.
Yeah, that's right though. That's right.
That's why the school is no longer there. Because it
Okay,
was
so
torn
this is the
down.
motorcycle club. This is the path right
Right.
here.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
this is on the right side
Right.
of the path. This everything
Yeah.
to the right, even the woods back here.
I'm telling you, I used to see residue of a building, man. Like pieces of it, but eventually it's like nothing really left there. But I remember being a kid walking through there.
So if you look at it like this, like that's the building you talking about. There was a building in front of it, but that's too close to the road. It was still set back this way. It's still set back there.
Okay, that's my grandma used to stay right here. That's the house right beside motorcycle club.
Okay.
It was.
Yeah,
It
okay.
was red and white.
I remember that one.
Had some steps
I remember
going.
that one. I still remember walking through here though, where me and you were just standing at, and it being like a furnace, like in some wood, like it was black, like it had got burnt down or something. I'm telling you, like, you good. We about to get jumping.
Fly, bro. I said, you know what? Hey,
I appreciate
when I
you,
pulled
man,
up,
for real, man. You
I said I
already-
wasn't gonna tell you.
you
I said I'm just pop up.
You
there,
already
what?
know we gonna get it going, man. I appreciate that history lesson, man.
Heck yeah,
We got the real G's out here, man. You know, this is what it's about. Us showing people, man, what to do, man, and because you know, let them tell it they don't know what to do.
Where we live at, man.
Right. So this been my brother for a long time here, man. You know, we was out here surviving, man, and that's ain't a lot of us left out here, man. You know. So salute to the young man that just pulled up with the more and a worker to help us out too. He told me yesterday, he was like, I'm coming. So we out here, y'all. We out here. Finna get it going. We finna start working, cause before it starts trying to rain,